Box A155, location 133 Berkeley Way. Units 2, Engine 26, Engine 11, Engine 24, Truck 11, Truck 15, Battalion 6, Battalion 9, Battalion 10, Rescue 1, Medic 74, Respondent A3, and your taxi is A16 is reporting a fire in the building.
On scene, 3-story wood frame house, light smoke coming out the garage, more smoke. Yeah, this is a working fire, looks like at the third level of this 3-story wood frame house. We're still looking for it, zero visibility, what? More follow. Yeah, we found the fire, the second level. We're moving with the hose line right now. Right in the second line in here. Go ahead, fire attack. Yeah, Chief, we got it knocked down in the second level. We're just trying to hit hot spots right now. Copy that. Fire's knocked on the second level. Command, go ahead, Roof. Yeah, you've got fire moving up to the top floor on the deck in the Charlie side of the building. Copy that. Fire on the top floor, Charlie side of the building.
Berkeley Command, this is A16. Engine 20 activated their emergency alarm, and they haven't confirmed their response for 5 minutes. You copy that?
I copy that. On the look for him right now. A16 is Berkeley Command. We have a recovery. That give me a arm and 2 medic units. Copy?
Building construction. I'm going to talk about the building materials and specs used on the structure and also show you the floor plans and elevations. Later on, I will discuss how the fire started and how it developed. It was a 4-story structure, approximately 4,000 square feet. On the second floor, it had a roof deck, kitchen, dining, and living room with a balcony on the rear. On the first floor, it had 3 bedrooms, a garage, and 2 bathrooms. On the first subfloor, it had a fully furnished living area and large utility area with balcony. This is the origin of fire. The second subfloor had no access to the other 3 levels. Roof type was flat. Exterior used was a 5/8" plywood siding on the first and second floors. Stucco was used on the first and second subfloors. Interior was a drywall over normal insulated framing. Fire origin room had decorative plywood veneer panels nailed onto the drywall in the entire room. This created an additional fuel source for the fire. The entire rear of the structure had extensive use of glass to captivate the views. Steel I-beams for structural support were used, and carpet, tile, vinyl sheets used throughout the house. This is just a picture of the rear of the structure and shows considerable damage on the first level where those 2 windows are. Below that is the balcony of the first subfloor where the fire started. And these are just the elevations of the structure. On the left you have the front and rear elevation. The front being the street side and the rear showing the back of the structure where the fire occurred. And on the right you have the side elevation just showing the layouts of the different levels. This is the first and second floor plan. Basement floor where the fire started. How did the fire start? The fire started on the west side of the family room in the first subfloor. Fire ignition was initiated by a handheld vacuum cleaner located near the rear basement windows. The closest significant fuel package was a couch in the middle of the room. Failing of the window near the origin allowed oxygen into the depleted oxygen environment, which caused flashover. This extreme heat followed the natural flow path across the floor level, up interior stairs where both firefighters were located. First subfloor also had a wooden balcony, carpet, and entire room, as well as wood bookshelves and end tables for fuel. There was 3 developments in the fire growth. The first was the initial couch fire from the vacuum cleaner electrical malfunction. That is indicated by the 1. The second was secondary furniture fires in the room. These were end tables and bookshelves and other furniture. These are indicated by the number 2s. And the third development was the balcony fire that occurred occurred after the window had failed. The fire jumped into the balcony and flashover occurred. And this is how the fire developed.
Many engines arrived on side A of the house. Engine 26 was the first crew who entered the house. Engine 11 and Engine 24 arrived on scene afterwards, along with Rescue Squad 1, Truck 11, Truck 15, the Battalion Chief 6, and the Battalion Chief 9. For the apparatus layout, Engine 24 was on the far left side next to the hydrant. They were supplying water to Engine 26 with a 3-inch hose line. Engine 11 was already on scene with a 1 3/4 hose line, but they also had a 3-inch hose line connected to Engine 26. They were located on the far right next to the hydrant. While Engine 26 was already in the house, they had their emergency signal on, which was announced from dispatch. That is when the incident commander took charge and contacted Engine 26 via radio multiple times, but they did not respond. The incident commander then assigned Engine 24 and a split crew from Rescue Squad 1 to back up Engine 26. The incident commander then wanted the rescue squad to try to make entry through the garage, but they could not advance due to extremely high heat conditions. Then the battalion chief forced entry with Engine 11 on side B. Engine 11 entered with a 1 3/4 hose line. Simultaneously, Rescue Squad 1 re-entered on side B. This was all done with zero visibility conditions, which is when they found the lieutenant and the firefighter already downed. They informed the incident commander that the lieutenant and the firefighter were found right away. However, the incident commander was not aware that they had been badly injured. Once the incident commander was alerted of their injuries, they were then rushed to the hospital immediately.
The call goes out for a 3-floor structure involved in an electrical short fire at 10:45 hours. The fire originated in the basement on C side of the house. Engine 26 arrives first on scene at 10:48 hours, reporting light smoke as they make entry through the front door on side A at street level of the house with a 1 3/4 inch hose line. Battalion Chief 9 arrives on scene at 10:53 hours. At 10:54 hours, Battalion Chief 9 has a face-to-face with victims 1 and 2. The Battalion Chief is informed that the fire is below the first floor by the victims. Battalion Chief 9 informs victims 1 and 2 that they are going to attack the fire from side Bravo of the house. The victims acknowledge but do not follow Battalion Chief 9 outside. At 10:58, the fire self-vents through a 6-panel wall of windows on the Charlie side of the house. The heat release rate quickly rises from less than 5 megawatts to around 25 megawatts within a period of 1 minute. The natural air ventilation that occurs from this window failure pulls fresh, cold air into the basement and up the stairs, creating a funnel of new hot gases into the first floor hallway where Engine 26 is operating. At this point, the situation on the first floor shifts from tenable to untenable, as the temperature quickly rises from around 300 degrees Fahrenheit to over 700 degrees Fahrenheit. At 11:05 hours, 2 engines, a truck, Rescue Squad, and Battalion Chief 9 are directed by Incident Command to search the top 2 floors. Incident Command believes that Engine 26 is with Battalion Chief 9 on B side. At 11:08 hours, Engine 24 Lieutenant finds victim number 1 in first floor fire to basement and garage. Seconds later, Engine 24 Firefighter finds victim number 2 in first floor hallway. By 11:10, victims have been removed from the house and 2 medic units are called in. Victim 1, a lieutenant, was pronounced dead at the hospital. Victim 2, a firefighter paramedic, died 2 days later. Victim number 1 had 40 to 50% burns to his body, while victim number 2 had 30 to 40% burns. PPE was unharmed.
Update: implement standard operating guidelines. Hillside structures are common in the area of the incident. Standard operating guidelines need to be developed for these structures to ensure crew safety. At this incident, there were several factors that should have been covered that resulted in 2 line-of-duty deaths. Working within the guidelines of the department, this may have been avoided. Proper size-ups. A thorough size-up of the structure would have shown the scene of the fire was in the basement. Firefighters would have also known that the structure contained 4 floors. Other points of access would have also be identified. With this information, firefighters would have spent less time looking for the fire in the house. Maintain staff levels. During this incident, a rapid intervention crew was assigned. However, it was reassigned to assist with firefighting. Another rapid intervention crew was assigned, but they did not arrive on scene until after the victims were recovered. Proper staffing would have ensured a dedicated rapid intervention crew. Failing to do so left 2 firefighters inside without immediate backup. Establish personal accountability system. This system lets firefighters know their duties and can help supervisors locate them on scene. For an effective PAR, there needs to be a resource status officer. There also needs to be frequent updates as things move quickly and unexpectedly. At this incident neither of these were present. Provide incident commander with chief's aid. A chief's aide can assist the incident commander with size-up, personnel accountability, and radio monitoring. Each of these areas were weak points at the incident. There was not a chief's aide at this fire. By ensuring this position is filled, the incident commander is able to effectively delegate, creating a more efficient fire crew. Assign incident safety officers to all structure fires. Although there was initially an incident safety officer on this fire, there were not enough for the size of the department responding as the incident grew. NFPA 1500 states, as incidents escalate in size and complexity, the incident commander shall divide the incident into tactical level management units and assign an incident safety officer, ISO, to assess the incident scene for hazards or potential hazards. Consider vertical ventilation. In the incident action plan developed by the IC, vertical ventilation must be considered when working in a multi-level structure. The lack of a proper size-up may have prevented this as an option during the initial attack. Because the fire was located in the basement of a 4-story structure, vertical ventilation should have been applied. Additional recommendations. Training. All departments need to have survival training, and training in Mayday procedures available for firefighters. Improved communication systems. The report suggested that improvements be made to personal radios and to dispatch communication systems. The IC was unable to make contact with the victims, and a dispatcher may have interrupted one victim's Mayday call. Adopt and enforce sprinkler regulations. Sprinkler systems can help control and possibly extinguish fires. This can cut exposure time for firefighters and reduce loss of life and property. Regulations should be implemented to require these systems in all new structures. These regulations also need to be strictly enforced.